When I was searching through Reddit for new UFO sightings and stories about drone sightings happening these days, I found a really crazy and interesting story. This Reddit post was 13 years old, but when I read it, it really felt like I was reading the story of 2024. What is happening today? In this Reddit post, this person told a story about how they encountered a UFO that looked like a drone. Let me narrate his story for you guys. My first kind experience, it was April 2nd, 2007, around 9:30 p.m. I was coming out of Orlando FL on the 408W at about exit 12 or 11. I saw a red light reflecting off the buildings and thought it was funny because of how high up it was. I thought maybe it was some emergency lights. I saw that between the two buildings, a red, pulsating light that was enveloped in what looked to be a plasma shield. My best way of describing it would be a red blood cell, complete with a plasma membrane. I had a funny thought pop in my head. So, that's what you are, when it turned to its left and came up very quickly upon me in my minivan, which I was driving alone. It proceeded to come about 20 to 30 feet in front of and slightly above the van windshield. It pulsated a deep red, and when the inner sphere would light up, the plasma, outer clearish sphere, would catch the light. The inner sphere reminded me of a front-loader washing machine. It was not a solid glowing red sphere, but instead seemed to be a red light liquid washing around. There was an inner yellow light liquid with some white in the very center. It was very bright inside, and this white light peeking through caused the red color to really light up, making it appear, if you were further away, that it was simply pulsating a red light. So strange. As I was watching this, I realized the plasma was dematerializing. The center red pulsating ball of light started to spin from right to left, stretch, and grow wings. Plane wings. It looked a lot like a drone plane, complete with a silvery finish and what looked like a cockpit. However, there was no tail end to speak of. The outer sphere was now completely gone. It was facing me as I was driving at a constant speed of 75 miles per hour. I had cruise control on. On each wingtip, there was a light, one yellow, the other white, blinking on and off, back and forth. On the underbelly was the same red ball of liquid light, still blinking. It seemed wobbly. The best way to describe it would be if you held a baton at the middle and made figure eights with your wrist. It would be that motion. I remember looking back at one point to see if other cars were around me, because I noticed the cars all in front of me had pretty well taken off. In my rearview mirror, I saw cars were also far behind me. I was alone. Not moments later, after looking, a police cruiser with lights flashing, but no siren, came up from my left and almost sideswiped my van, coming in between myself and the craft drone plane look-alike. The craft was directly above the hood of the police cruiser. The craft responded to this by veering off to the right. I watched as it grew, for lack of a better term, a spotlight that I believe was behind the red light. As it flew up to this brick building, it shined a light on a window on it. I tried to watch it as it flew away, and I kinda wanted it to come back, but I lost sight of it. I lost sight of the police cruiser too. I kinda really wanted him to pull me over, just so I could talk with someone else about what I just seen. Somewhere that cop is out there, and he saw it too. So that's what the person said who posted this post. You can also check his post. His username is Gem420. You can also check his recent comment replies. They are fascinating as well. It's really crazy and interesting how this post is so relevant for this exact time. And it popped up after 13 years, as he mentioned that the craft was like a drone somewhat. And what we are seeing today is also drones. Maybe he saw the same thing we're seeing today in the shape of orbs. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, and please subscribe. That will help me a lot. Also, hit the like button before leaving. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.